Well, Lachlan wrote probably like 70% of the lyrics, so I'll get him to start.
Yeah, I'll go, Shane, have a look at this. And he'll be like, oh, okay, and put some music to it. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. How do you do that? And I'll just keep writing some more stuff. So, but that was just something that sort of developed. I don't know where it came from, but just sort of, I'm like, oh, I'm going to write some lyrics, and the first ones are really bad. And but I think that just came from either just made up stories about a cat or about Gigantor or something. There was some silly stuff, just like fun, and then other stuff were like things that I'd experienced in my own life. One of the songs, Geek Got the Window Seat, just about being at school and being picked on and not being liked by a lot of people, and the main thing of that was that, you know, God still thinks you're great, and despite what people think, and you get picked on and that, but God still thinks you're a champ. And yeah, I don't know, just life experiences and things that I felt passionate about, like different issues and in my life and what I see happening in the world and in the church, and yeah. So sort of, I guess maybe half and half serious, half just funny stories or nonsense, or I don't know.
Yeah, like I think we were like, we know God's real, and being a Christian is serious stuff sometimes, and there's, you know, definitely like you know, this kind of somber side to life. And I think, you know, as people, we need to come to a point where we recognise our mortality, and we recognise our need to we recognise the need that we can't kind of just go on forever without God, you know. And so we were really full on about that. We didn't, you know, kind of pay that out or anything, but at the same time, we never took ourselves too seriously. And I think we had good balance in what we sang about and talked about. There's just, I mean, and the Nowhere to Hide CD, the new album that we just put out for all the kids. I actually noticed that pretty much every song on that CD is singing about God's grace, God's love, God's power in your life. The fact that we're nothing without God, that kind of stuff. I'm just, shocked. We actually had heaps of songs about that, and we didn't actually try to do that. It was just, it's like, I've always believed that your whole life is your ministry, and so it's a natural thing for us to just, for Lachlan and myself, to just write lyrics to express our lives, our life with God, and how, and I don't know, maybe that's why we're struggling to kind of pinpoint all these songs, because it just kind of comes out. I don't know. Yeah, but it's definitely there, and the songs have meant a lot to a lot of people. So.
And just quickly, this cover, Nowhere to Hide. Well, it's pretty powerful. Is that how you feel, or like?
Well, that was a kind of, and that was actually my weird sense of humour, because we basically just. We just released it in time for the reunion show, and the whole idea was just like a zombie theme, and that we'd been broken up for 3 years, and the fact, that we were getting together, we were dead and buried, then we've unburied it, and and so my idea was that we were like these zombies that everyone was afraid of, and our music was so old and passé that everyone would just run for the hills.
Yeah, it's like, nah, too bad, we're doing it.
But
it's happening.
It's we were adamant that we're doing this show, and you'll like it whether you run or not. So, but that was sort of just the loose theme, and then from there we got a great illustrator named John Englehart and a great graphic designer Darren Reed, and they just kind of put it together. But the concept was just these. In the CD, a girl and a boyfriend and girlfriend, they don't know what's going on, but they know something's after them, and they're running from us the whole CD, and at the end it was just a movie. So.
And then also with that title, there was there's a song that Shane wrote called Nowhere to Hide as well, which was Shane can explain.
I wrote a song.
Just to tie it in with the whole...
Tie it in, but unfortunately we didn't actually get to record it and put it on the CD, so also named Nowhere to Hide. Lost Forever. Although we did we actually got the last show on DVD.
It's true.
Bobby played so badly that we'll probably never release that. But yeah, the song is just about, it's slightly different, but the idea is that there's a band that played the show, and then they go away, then they get in their touring van and they go away. And when they're away, the people in the town, like, first of all, the people in the town are really relieved that the band's gone. And then the people in the town hear that the band have broken up, and they're heaps relieved. And they can, like, basically sleep safely now, knowing that they're far away type thing. And anyway, 3 years later, the band turns up in the town again, and they're like, what? And the band's like, no, we never broke up. It just took us 3 years to write another song, that's all. So that's the idea, and the people just have to deal with it.